Okay. So let's take a look at ACHR. I don't know if we have range on that or not, but I do want to take a quick look. You've got the daily high at 558 on ACHR, but do we have range over 558? I'm still keeping an eye on IO and Q as well. No, ACHR. I mean, you've got some range to 5.8, 5.9, but there's not really a whole lot of range on that over the 558. So I probably won't be playing ACHR. I'm going to keep it at least up. See what it wants to do over that 5.8 or 5.58 and then 5.8. Alright, so. Trying to think top watches this morning. IO and Q for sure. We got Roku for sure. So we've got two that I like quite a bit. CLS is going to be a no-go for me from the watch list. So definitely going to be IO and Q as number one, at least right now. Wish we had a bit more volume to play on IO and Q. Spot back testing the 52-week high of that 40 or 459 spot. So I'm keeping an eye on that today too. Alright, so we've definitely got Roku. Definitely have IO and Q. ALLR. That's the one that we tried to play earlier. But I don't know. Let me check the daily again on it. I don't think I'm going to like it again. Yeah, not really. You don't have clear skies until the break of 412. Over 412, you got a clear range, but it's pretty unlikely this thing breaks 412 today. I'm going to go ahead and post up my top watches into open. We've got three. And we're going to double check. IO and Q is definitely the favorite right now, for sure. I'm trying to think. ALLR. It's holding up decent up here. I'm just trying to think as far as a plan would go on it. It's really hard to read because of the beat down daily. Yeah, it has to be over 415. I wouldn't play it back in the range that we played it earlier. Wish we were trying to get the move to 415 earlier, but we just couldn't find buyers on it, so played it this morning from, what was it, like 361 to 359 or something? Super, super tight. Yeah, I think that's what it was. But over 415, it's got the pretty clear range. You can play the psych levels 4, 5, 4, 7, and 5. So that's one way to think about it, but I'll mark it up. It doesn't hurt to mark it up, but it's really unlikely to meet that today. So the break of 415 would give you range to 4, 5, 4, 7, and 5 on ALLR. Like I said, I'm not expecting to play it, but it takes 2 seconds to mark it up, so it doesn't hurt. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And IONQ has range all the way to about 22. I'm going to mark up to 22, but we've got 20. We've got 22. So you do have a decent amount of range on it as well. And of course, leading gapper here in pre-market is Foxo, but staying away from the pennies again this week. Not to mention that daily gap is just now filled on Foxo. Roku is nearing the highs from after hours on Friday. So we'll watch that over the highs of 91.54. And Roku, let me check the range on Roku real quick. So we're going to look for range over Roku on the break of 91.54. Get range to about 97. Don't I already have that marked up? Yeah, I guess we've got 94.5. We've got 95. We've got 97. Yeah, so I suppose we've already got our levels marked here. We've got a pretty decent range for Roku. So we'll watch this over the 91.54 area. We're going to keep an eye here on Roku. Just broke Friday's high, but need to see a bit of buyers here on the break. No buyers above the level yet. Starting to find some buyers, it looks like. Let's look for the break of 91.8. Need a little bit more buyers than that. Here's 91.8. Okay. Watching volume. Smacking some Roku here. We are risking Friday's high. I'm in at 91.70. Super, super, super tight. And if it doesn't break here, we can always watch it after open and see if it wants to break later. Yeah, I'll look back after open and see. Unless this finds buyers again here, which it looks like it's trying to. Trying to find buyers back at 91.8. Again, risking Friday's high of day here. Risking Friday's high of day. If it can't break the 91.8, gonna probably cut it here in a minute. We'll see what it wants to do. Like I said, if it does break below, we can always play it after open. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I'm gonna go ahead and cut Roku there. I can always play it after open. So it is what it is. I think that was about a 0.3% loss on Roku. We'll see what it does after open when it's actually got readable volume. Because right now, I mean, this thing's spread is huge. I mean, you've got a 30-cent spread. Yeah, you've got a 30-cent spread, so we can always look at it a little bit later. So we're gonna be watching Roku, IONQ, RTX, AOLR, maybe over 415, but unlikely. Roku, how did it trade on Friday? Was it bad? Let me look back here. No, it looks pretty clean on Friday. So yeah, we'll play this after open. If it does break again, yes, that'll be the game plan over here on Roku. Most likely the break of 92. Got about 25 minutes till open, and I'm gonna go ahead and type up which ones I'm gonna be watching into open. We've got IONQ off 1883 or 1885. We've got Roku over 9154. RTX over 8770. Well, we'll call it 88. Got ACHR over 415. Alright, so let's get this posted up. We've got 5 setups that I want to watch out of open. Taking a look at SoFi here as well, guys. We're over PM highs on SoFi. Earnings came out this morning, and buyers obviously like it. I mean, we're back over highs. It did flush right after earnings, but now we're actually over, looks like 52-week highs, and we do have range here to about 11. You got range here to about 11.10 on SoFi. So let's take a look at SoFi here. And if you are to play SoFi, you could always risk the highs. Got range to 11 and 11.10 on SoFi. So this is going to be a major watch into open. A lot of buyers surrounding this one after earnings as well. Tons of buyers surrounding this after earnings. I'll see if I can't get some on a pullback. Yeah, got filled there 1065. I'm actually going to raise my risk here up to the 1060. Getting a bit of a crazy move here now, 10 cents in the money. I'm going to be curious to see if buyers can take this into open. Let's take a look at the 15 second and see what we're looking like. Getting buyers back at high of day here. Gonna take some out at highs, 1072. Here's new high of day now on SoFi. Taking more out of SoFi up here, 1077. Got a third out at 1080. Stops on this are at 1066 now, which is going to be above entry. Back to nice and green on the day now as well. See if we can't break 10.8. You do have range to 11, like I mentioned earlier. And stops are break even. If we can't get the buyers to break over that 10.8, so I'm going to be cutting it back at break even. Buyers coming in again off that 1065 spot. Going back to high of day here. Testing. Buyers coming back in the 1060 is pretty nice. Trimming a little bit more here at 1075. Got about a half left in this. half left. It stops at break even. I just want to see if it can't find buyers back over high of day. Secured a good bit at least. So far, the move has been for me 1065 to 108, but I want to see the break of 108, and I've only got a half left. Making the move back to high of day again, testing. If we reject again, I might just cut full. Trying to find buyers again, testing high of day at 1078. Need to break that 1080 is going to be key. Here's 1079. $10.80 testing here, guys. Need to break above this. I'm going to be raising my stops here as well to... Actually, I've already got them raised to where I want them. I hate how it doesn't update your lines on the 15-second time frame. It's really annoying. Still testing the 10.8. Basing over the 1075. Pretty nice here. If it doesn't break here, I'm going to take on... I'll take out full under 1075 if it fails to break. Here's new high of day now on SoFi, guys. New high of day now on SoFi. Taking some out at high of day. Lacking buyers up here. I'm going to cut the rest. Cutting the rest on SoFi. So I'm out full on SoFi because we did see sellers there over the break of high of day over 10.8. So overall, pretty small, but at least got me back to green on the day after the last trade that we had on Roku. So back to green on the day, but pretty small. Pretty small indeed. As soon as we see sellers like that, though, I mean, it's a clear cut, guys. That's what I always say. Like, whenever you see, you can't just base things off of levels. We saw clear sellers there over the break of 5 days. So obviously buyers didn't like it up there. So it's time for us to hop out. If buyers don't like it, we don't like it. But at least nice green, 1065 to about 10.8 overall. We can always play it again. You know, we can always play it again later. So Roku was 91.8 to, or what was it, 91.7? 91.7s to 91.50s. Then we had SoFi there from 1065 to about 10.8s. So two really, really small moves so far, but I want to watch both of them out of open as well. At least small green here going into open, but very, very, very small. And what we'll do on IO and Q is if we find buyers on this back above 19 after open, we can always look for it off of the 18.8. And that 18.8 is going to be your psychological spot. Not to mention there's buyers there at 8 and at 4 a.m. this morning too. And I would play SoFi again here if it wasn't for that rejection over 10.8. The reclaim is pretty nice, but we've got about 15 minutes till open, a little bit less. I'm going into open small green. Just wish that moved to 1096 on SoFi, which was right under our target 1 of 11. I wish it would have had a little bit more buyers just to give us enough time to sell some of there, but as soon as it broke, sellers were sitting there waiting, so. Take a look at Friday's watch list too. I know we had Intel, we had MRSN already hit targets, URGN already hit those targets, XPAV. No, we don't like XPAV today. I guess we can still watch CLS on the breakout plan from the watch list too. All right, so those of you on TikTok and YouTube, I'm going to be shutting off the stream here in just a minute, but Top Watch is into open for us. We're going to be watching IONQ, Roku, SoFi, RTX, CLS, AIXI, URGN, and a couple of others, but going into open small green with a small win on SoFi. And other than that, pretty typical Monday morning, so